Does living off of dividend income sound like a dream come true? Well, how about living off of steadily increasing dividend income? Want to know about stocks that are now paying out even bigger dividends than they were before? Then you have to check out today's video.
He is a best-selling author.
30-year-old Jason Fieber has a plan.
This guy retired at only 33 years old.
I don't know if I know too many people that have accomplished something like that.
He's really kind of a guru when it comes to passive income.
Before I get into today's content, please give us a big thumbs up if you find value in our videos. Helps us to get the word out and grow the channel, and I'd really appreciate it. I'm a huge fan of dividend growth investing. This investing strategy has radically changed my life for the better. By systematically investing my savings into high-quality dividend growth stocks, I was able to go from below broke at age 27 to financially free at 33. I then quit my job and basically retired in my early 30s. Totally passive dividend income now pays my bills. Sounds great, right? Well, it gets better. These are dividend growth stocks. That means they're regularly increasing the amount of dividends they're paying out to their shareholders. This dividend growth allows you to keep up with inflation and the rising costs of life. In fact, many high-quality dividend growth stocks are increasing their dividends even faster than inflation. Today, I want to tell you about 3 dividend growth stocks that just increased their dividends. Ready? Let's dig in. The first dividend increase you should know about came courtesy of Northrop Grumman Corporation, stock ticker NOC. Northrop Grumman just increased their dividend by 8.3%. Things are going up all the time. Housing, food, transportation, and Northrop Grumman's dividend. It's difficult to care too much about inflation when you're getting an 8% plus boost in your passive income without lifting a finger. This marks the 18th consecutive year of dividend increases for the defense company. Sovereign defense products and services are unfortunately necessary, and that necessity puts a floor under this company and its dividend, providing a high level of reliability. Your bills are very reliable, right? Well, you want your dividend income to be just as reliable, if not more so. Surprisingly, this stock doesn't look expensive. Despite the company's obvious high level of quality across the board, the valuation is quite reasonable, especially in this market. We highlighted this stock as an undervalued opportunity back in January when the stock was around $300 a share. Now north of $370 a share, it's basically closed a lot of that undervaluation gap that maybe shouldn't have existed in the first place. The second dividend increase I want to tell you about came from Ashland Global Holdings Inc., stock ticker ASH. Ashland just increased their dividend by 9.1%. All this talk about inflation seems to miss the elephant in the room. The rising tide is lifting all boats, including those dividend boats. When everything goes up, so does the revenue and profits that quality companies can generate, and that means, you guessed it, rising dividends. This is the 12th consecutive year of dividend increases for the chemicals company. Ashland has been dishing out consistently big dividend increases for years. Better yet, their dividend growth is actually accelerating. Their 5-year dividend growth rate is 8.3%. But check this out. Last year's dividend increase was 10%, and here we have a 9.1% increase. Gotta love that. The only bummer with the dividend is the low yield. The stock yields just 1.3%. The stock has gone on a run over the last year, making the valuation a bit challenging. Of course, what stock hasn't gone on a run? You have to pick your spots. The company's GAAP earnings have been lumpy of late, impacted by the pandemic. That makes the price to earnings ratio at near 40 look quite high, but the price to cash flow ratio at 12.4 is well below its 5-year average of 16.9. Last but not least, let's talk about the dividend increase from Lennox International Inc., stock ticker LII. Lennox International just boosted their dividend by a massive 19.5%. High-quality dividend growth stocks just continue to do what they're known to do. That's rewarding their shareholders with ever larger dividends. Being a dividend growth investor is the best and easiest job I've ever had. Wake up, get paid more money. Even I can do that. The HVAC company has now increased its dividend for 12 consecutive years. With the dividend taking up less than 30% of earnings, there's likely a lot more where this dividend increase came from. By the way, these massive dividend increases are par for the course here. Their 10-year dividend growth rate is 18%. Last year's dividend increase was 20%. And here we are with another stunner this year. Lennox shareholders must be very pleased. This stock is up more than 70% over the last year, making it difficult to buy it now. But as I always say, you get what you pay for. Quality stocks are rarely cheap. You don't get a diamond for the price of a cubic zirconia. Notably though, the price to cash flow ratio of 19 is below its 5-year average of 21.9. And with the housing market going gangbusters, Lennox might be just getting heated up. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give us a like if you did, and let us know in the comments what you think about these dividend increases. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you don't miss out on new content. Also take a look at the description box below for some important links, including a link to my personal stock portfolio. This 6-figure portfolio, which I call the Fire Fund, generates enough passive dividend income for me to live off of. It allowed me to retire in my early 30s. I've made my portfolio entirely accessible over a Patreon, and I also post alerts there whenever I buy or sell a stock. I put my money where my mouth is, and I'm often invested in the same high-quality dividend growth stocks that I make videos on. Over the years, I've heard from thousands of investors who have been profiting from many of the same exact stocks that I own. So if you think this is something that you could benefit from as well, check the link in the description to see my portfolio and start getting my buy and sell alerts. I'll see you next time.